Department of Child Safety.
This should never have happened. Never.
And what really let her down was a system who didn't listen to her cries.
It's a system that's supposed to keep Arizona children safe.
It hurts me because it's like all of this could have been prevented.
But year after year, kids keep dying in tragic, horrible, and often preventable ways.
And why does there need to keep occurring death after death after death? Change needs to happen.
We have these awful incidents, and we're missing something somewhere along the road here.
The ABC15 investigators with special coverage and our commitment to holding the people in power accountable.
We are taking this very seriously.
DCS, State of Failure.
ABC15 is launching a new and special investigation. We're calling it DCS State of Failure. It's because too often and for too long, our state has failed to protect children.
Yeah, this project is a commitment to not only highlight the problems, but to push for answers and change, and then follow through for as long as it takes. Our chief investigator, Dave Biscobing, joining us now with what you can expect tonight and into the future. Dave?
We've had too many newscasts this year with news about kids in all corners of our state who are now dead. Kids failed by the system. As you just said, this special coverage is not the end. It's just the beginning. In order to fix the failures, we believe we need to start by laying out what's wrong. And that's what this show is all about.
It is evident that our child welfare system is broken.
The failures go back as far as you want to look. There have been so many that are so bad that a decade ago, the state shut down Arizona's Child Protective Services.
This morning, I signed an executive order that abolishes CPS as we know it.
And in its place, Arizona created a brand new department, the Department of Child Safety.
Enough with uninvestigated reports of abuse and neglect. Enough with the lack of transparency. And enough with the excuses.
But more than 10 years later, history continues to repeat itself.
But first, new details in a disturbing case out of Apache County. A 10-year-old girl murdered.
Rebecca Baptiste, a 10-year-old girl who endured, quote, horrendous conditions, allegedly murdered by her father and his girlfriend.
Administrators say staff reported suspected abuse or neglect to the Arizona Department of Child Safety 12 times in the last year.
Tonight, there is little information about the murder of Emily Pike.
Emily was 14 years old when she was reported missing from a group home and then found dead near a highway earlier this year. So far, no arrests have been made.
It might not be today, it might not be this month, it might not be this year, but we're not going to stop.
We can't forget about Zariah Dodd, a 16-year-old, 5 months pregnant, who also went missing from a group home, found murdered in a Phoenix park. We've repeatedly reported how missing kids are a constant problem.
In the meantime, the Arizona Department of Child Safety says tonight they can't locate 44 children who are supposed to be in their custody.
We want children to be safe.
You'll also hear straight from the DCS director in a new exclusive interview.
No one comes to work here wanting something like this to happen.
And we have other new interviews with lawmakers and community members who are demanding action. Follow through and accountability will be critical because Ann Ryman will reveal how DCS has been audited repeatedly with dozens of problems found, but only a fraction fixed. Now, we know this is not every issue, every failure, or every problem. This will be a team effort, and we also need our viewers to let us know what we're missing. It's why we've set up a special way to get a hold of us. Take a look at your screen. Just send us an email to dcs@abc15.com.
Dave, thanks. The murders of 3 kids known to DCS have sparked a push for change and accountability. As part of our special investigation, we wanted to go straight to the top and speak with the DCS director.
In an exclusive interview, that director sat down with our Jennifer Kovaleski to talk about those cases and other key issues.
Why are you doing this interview?
I think it's important for the agency perspective to be included.
For the first time, new Arizona DCS Director Catherine Patak is answering questions in front of our cameras.
We are taking this very seriously. We are responding.
Critical questions about the high-profile murders of 3 kids known to the department. We're talking about Emily Pike, Zariah Dodd, and Rebecca Baptiste.
How would you describe these cases?
They're unimaginable.
Why couldn't the department do more to protect Rebecca Baptiste?
So the case is very complicated. We've had a 10-year history with the family.
Deputies say the 10-year-old girl was murdered by her dad and his girlfriend. Rebecca's school says they called DCS at least a dozen times, but DCS only investigated the family 5 times in recent years.
What went wrong in Rebecca Baptiste's case?
They're reviewing the entire case file. They're listening to every hotline call, and they discover what we call learning points. So I can look at the history in this case, and I can tell you I have some questions, right, about things that have happened.
But TAC says those questions start with how the agency prioritized calls that came to the hotline.
We investigate some cases jointly with law enforcement. So anything that comes in and is coded criminal conduct, that means if true, it would be a felony child abuse, or any type of sex crime.
One of those reports from October of last year alleged Rebecca was observed with marks on her hands and feet, and that the children were disciplined through exercise. DCS now admitting, for the first time, this call and others may not have been marked properly.
None of these reports were coded criminal conduct, and there are a couple, with hindsight bias, looking at them, I think maybe should have been.
But TAC also says she questions how long some of the cases remained open.
One of the things that I noticed just looking at the cases is some of them were closed kind of quickly.
According to this preliminary child fatality report, most of the department's cases involving Rebecca were opened and closed in about a month. In some cases, additional reports came in as other allegations were still being investigated.
I don't know why the cases were closed quickly, and that's what our review will show.
And we also asked about Zariah Dodd, the 16-year-old pregnant teen murdered while in DCS custody, the warning signs missed, and why a forensic interview wasn't conducted sooner. DCS says it reported to police Zariah was scared into having sex with this 36-year-old man. Investigators now say had her killed, and they say was the father of her unborn baby.
I think if you have concerns about the timeline, that's a question for law enforcement. I think we have those same questions. We do have a police report number from when we reported it in April.
But court records show the forensic interview with police wasn't scheduled until 3 months later. On July 8th, Zariah was found shot and killed at this Phoenix park on July 5th, before it could ever happen.
What have you learned about Emily Pike's case?
One of the things that we've talked about with the tribe is ways we can be more open with them when we license the home, but they have a contract with the home.
Emily Pike's story and murder showed there were gaps in communication between DCS and the tribe. Emily was in a group home licensed by the state, but she was in the custody of the San Carlos Apache tribe.
A lot of people have lost faith in your agency. What do you say to those people?
The headlines right now are these, high-profile fatalities that are terrible and sad and tragic. But good things happen at this agency every single day.
But TAC says preventing another tragedy, another child's death, is her top priority.
I believe changes are going to come out of this review.
How significant should these changes be?
I don't think we have the answer to that yet. It may require legislative change. It may just be internal policy change. But I can tell you no one is more motivated to reduce the reoccurrence of this happening than the department.
All right, Jennifer with us now. And Jen, the director mentioned a review. Tell us about that.
Well, there are several reviews that are happening right now within the department and outside the department. The review that the director was talking about, though, is specific to the Baptiste case. This is a serious critical incident review. They're going to be looking at the entire case file. We also know they're going to do a review into Zariah Dodd's case. And our promise to you is we will continue to hold them accountable, see what those reviews find, and make sure those changes the director talked about happened. And what they are, we will share with you.
And we know you'll stay on top of it for us. Jennifer, thank you. Javier?
And Faye, amongst those pushing for change is Arizona Senator Karen Warner. She has oversight of DCS and has launched a task force of leaders.
With the task force, what are they being required to do? What is the overall scope of the task force?
We will look at the tools that they use when the calls come in and really figure out what is the capture, When a investigator goes out and meets the child, are they advanced forensic interviewers? Are they actually doing the proper interviews, or are they checking boxes?
Catherine Patak is also new to DCS as the director. Should she lose her job, the fact that there have been 3 children murdered?
When you look at the 3 cases, there have been things going on for a long time with all of them. And so if this was new, I would probably have a different answer, but I actually believe that Director Patak wants change just as much as we do.
As for the task force, the group plans to bring preliminary recommendations for DCS reform to the upcoming 2026 legislative session.
DCS has been audited again and again, and despite those audits identifying problems, only a fraction of them have been fixed. Here's ABC15 investigator Ann Ryman.
We have issued nearly 70 audit reports, follow-ups, and other documents regarding child safety.
That's the number of reports the State Auditor General says her office has published over the last decade at the request of state lawmakers.
We have reviewed many and varied topics at the department.
But in this 2024 hearing, the state auditor says there's never been a completed audit of the department's most important role of investigating child abuse and neglect.
And the fact that the office has never ever conducted an in-depth review of complaint investigations.
But all that's changing as there's now a current audit looking into whether DCS is doing enough when reports of abuse or neglect come in.
During the past few years, we have noted that several legislators and other stakeholders, including public members, have expressed interest in this area.
In 2023, the state auditor found DCS had not fixed the vast majority of problems found in 6 previous audits. That includes recommendations to help find missing children and problems with reports being late, causing judges to postpone court hearings. Only 16 of 58 recommendations were fully implemented. Lawmakers clearly frustrated.
The issues that we're talking about have been continuation from the beginning and the infancy of this agency.
Many lawmakers have such little trust in DCS that they plan to do an in-depth review of the department in 4 years instead of the typical 10.
I myself find it egregious that people in places of trust are not ensuring the safety, the health, and the welfare of our vulnerable children.
When there is no improvement by some of these directors, that person needs to be held accountable.
David Lujan was the past DCS director. Here's what he said to lawmakers last year.
Our process is to go back, look at those Auditor General reports and see where we can make changes, where we can address policy changes.
ABC15 asked the current director why so many problems have gone unfixed.
Some of the findings in the audit recommendations we have not agreed with. So we have basically from the start said, we don't agree with your finding. We think it's wrong. And so we are not going to comply.
In other cases, such as improving the quality of court reports,
quality isn't defined, so it's difficult to comply with.
She also says change takes time.
But we are working very closely with our partners at the Auditor General's office to the extent that we can implement them and implement them quickly and show proof that we have implemented them.
DCS's next audit about whether it's properly investigating child abuse reports is out September 30th. I'm investigator Ann Ryman, ABC15 Arizona.
In the Rebecca Baptiste case, it's the girl's former school that's really been outspoken from the beginning. Our Craig McKee listening to the director of Student Social Services at Empower College Prep.
When you look at and think back and visualize Rebecca's face, knowing that you tried, your team tried, what goes through your mind?
Sadness. You know, even just you saying that, visualizing that, it's just incredibly upsetting that more should have been done. The conversation I continue to have with my team and our staff is that we literally did everything that we are expected to do. Outside of putting these kids in our cars and driving them away, I don't know what else we could have done. It's upsetting that we put faith in this system and this department that is created to keep kids safe.
That was just part of Craig's conversation with Empower College Prep. Watch the full sit-down interview on the ABC15 streaming app.
Nearly 20% of Arizona foster kids are not living in family homes. Instead, those kids are in what DCS calls congregate care, places like group homes. ABC 15 senior investigator Melissa Blasius listened to child welfare advocates who want to see change.
Emily Pike and Zariah Dodd were living in DCS licensed group homes. Both walked away and were later killed. Zariah was pregnant.
But it is something horrible that occurred that I believe could have been prevented. I think everyone involved could have done more.
Advocates for foster youth say DCS group homes fail too many children taken into state care because they were previously abused or neglected.
Sometimes group homes are an environment where they feel disconnected from what they know. Sometimes it feels unsafe. Sometimes it can be re-traumatizing.
ABC 15 has reported on several tragic outcomes in recent years.
2 teenage girls missing for weeks are found dead near Southern and Higley in Mesa.
In January 2023, the bodies of 2 group home runaways, Sidlalia Avalar and Cameron Myers, were found in a retention pond. The medical examiner determined that they had been drinking before they drowned. Just months earlier, in August 2022,
The shooting happened early this morning at a home for teens and young adults near 19th Avenue and Mountain View Road.
18-year-old Trayvon Shea Salas was killed, and police arrested a 17-year-old. The ABC 15 investigators learned it wasn't the first shooting at this North Phoenix group home facility.
The whole system is failing, and someone's got to see that.
A few months after the shooting, North Star Independent Living Services, which owned the group home, voluntarily closed that location. Then in May this year,
We've now learned the Arizona Department of Child Safety is cutting ties with We Care Homes.
DCS denied the renewal of contracts for this company, which operated 5 small group homes in the South Phoenix area.
I have a high standard. Am I pleased with my staff and what they gave me? Absolutely not.
DCS provided ABC 15 with documentation of 27 complaints received in less than a year. 4 complaints were validated or listed as a concern.
Children complaining of being hungry, children complaining that they're being mistreated, they hate it there. That's heartbreaking.
DCS tells us it moved all 18 kids from We Care homes to other placements.
At what point is Arizona going to wake up and prioritize kids that we have removed from their home and yet continue to be traumatized while they're in foster care?
To settle a class action lawsuit 5 years ago, DCS agreed to create a long-term program to reduce the use of congregate care. This would involve identifying and recruiting foster parents to care for historically challenging to place subpopulations and reducing the utilization of congregate care to 10.5% or less of the kids in care. DCS is still trying to meet that benchmark.
We are in desperate need of more folks to step up for the children in need in this state.
Melissa joins me now. Now, several of the kids in your report were runaways from group homes. What is DCS doing to reduce the number of runaways and, more importantly, to locate them after?
Well, Javier, first of all, kids are able to walk away from group homes because the home providers are not allowed to physically restrain them inside the home. So if a child does go missing or runs away, the home is supposed to report it to DCS right away. And then there is a special unit called the Missing, Abducted, and Runaway Children Unit, the MARC unit inside DCS. And this unit coordinates with the police, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, the child's relatives, the courts, other interested parties, prior caregivers, checking in with them, discussing the child, where the child could be, and continuing to follow up until that child is located and can be put back in some sort of out-of-home care setting.
All right, great information. Thank you, Melissa. Faye?
As we push for real change within DCS, it's important to know just how many kids are in state care. ABC 15 data analyst Garrett Archer taking us inside the numbers.
By and large, kids are society's most vulnerable population, and Arizona's Department of Child Safety is the agency charged with protecting them when the people in their lives, for whatever reason, cannot. From 2017 up until mid-2021, the number of children in DCS custody hovered from just under 14,000 to just under 15,000. That all changed, though, in mid-2021 when the number of kids in their care began to consistently drop. By the end of last year, DCS had 8,000 1,719 kids in out-of-home care, a decline of 37% from mid-2021. A very sad reality is kids die in DCS care. The average is nearly 20 a year since 2019. But some positive news here. The most recent semi-annual report shows that while 6 kids died in the care of DCS, it's the lowest of the reporting periods and trending down. Finally, the budget. DCS needs about $1.3 billion annually, the bulk of that, 62%, coming from federal grants. The state's general fund pitches in about $460 million last fiscal year. With a look inside the numbers, I'm Garrett Archer, ABC 15, Arizona.
I'm Chief Investigator Dave Biskobing. We've told you a lot about DCS and its history, all of it revealing why we believe it's time to stop talking about change and make sure it actually happens. Our entire investigative team will continue to investigate the cases and issues we've shown you tonight. And we plan to investigate and explore other areas of DCS. We know for as many cases where DCS has been criticized for not getting kids away from dangerous situations, there are many parents and families who believe that DCS has unfairly and unjustly removed children from their homes. Most of all, you can expect us to have an open ear. We know there's a lot we don't know, and that's why we need everyone out there, parents, foster parents, caregivers, social workers, investigators, whistleblowers, and anyone in or impacted by the system. We want and need to hear from you.
Thanks, Dave. And you can contact our ABC 15 investigators in confidence at DCS at ABC15.com.
And keep up with the latest in our special investigation, DCS State of Failure, on our website, abc15.com/DCS. Thank you for watching.